Good day mga ka-RPM. Our topic for today is all about core or the core of the fingerprint. So what is core? And pag sinasabi natin core, core is the inner terminus or a focal point inside the center of the innermost recurve, provided a spike or a rod rises as high as the shoulder of the pattern area. As our previous video, we discussed about delta. As I said, delta is also a focal point. The core and the delta are the focal points of fingerprint. Delta is the outer terminus kasi nakikita siya sa tabi ng fingerprint pattern area. Well, the core is a focal point that is considered as inner terminus kasi nakikita siya sa gitna ng fingerprint pattern area. So, in determining core, there are several rules to be followed for us to be guided in determining the core. But before that, what are the types of cores? There are three types of core. Mayroon tayong staple core. Staple core, ito po. In absence of rod, ito po yung that recurving ridge, the shoulder of the recurving ridge is considered as yung staple core. Another one is bar or rod core. A rod inside the innermost recurving ridge of the fingerprint is considered as a core, representing as rod. Another one, or the last type of core is ito, fragmentary core. A short ridge inside the innermost recurving ridge. That is considered as fragmentary core. So, these are the rules, rather, in the selection of the core. Kung sa previous discussion natin, delta must be selected nearest to the core, yun po. While core must be selected farthest from the delta. Kung kanina sa discussion natin, previous discussion natin, video natin, si delta daw pipiliin natin dapat malapit sa core. Pero ito namang si core, kung pipili tayo ng core, it must be farther or farthest from the delta. So, rule number 1. The rule says, if the innermost recurving ridge does not contain any ending ridge or rod inside it, the core is placed on the shoulder of the innermost recurving ridge farther from the delta. That's what I said a while ago, that it should be farther from the delta. In absence of ending ridge inside the recurving ridge must be chosen as the core and place it on the shoulder. Yun po yung tinatawag natin na staple core. So for us to determine the core, kailangan muna natin ma-determine again basic si type lines and then the core and then the delta. Okay, take a look at this on the example number 1 or illustration number 1. So, kung titingnan natin, this is our type lines. Ito. Yan. Yan. This is our delta because this is a series of bifurcation. The nearest to the core is selected as a delta rather. So, kung titingnan natin, ito yung pattern area. Core is the very center of the pattern area of a fingerprint. Among these recurving ridges, ito, at saka ito, the innermost recurving ridges is this one. Ito. Ito yung pinaka nasa loob na recurving ridge. Anong sabi ng rule? If in absence of ridge ending or a rod inside the innermost recurving ridge, you will consider that recurving ridge as the core, placing it the core at the shoulder line. Ito yung kanyang shoulder line. Diyan mo ilalagay ngayon yung core. Bakit nandyan? Because among these two shoulders of the recurving ridge, ito at saka ito yung farther from the delta. Ayan. Kasi, again, when we choose core, it must be farther or farthest from the delta. Kasi ito yung malapit kang delta. Ang sabi ng rule, it should be farther or farthest from the delta. Among these two, ito yung malayo, kaya we are selecting this one as a core. Nagkaintindihan tayo? Okay. Let's proceed to the next rule. Rule number 2. Okay? Let's proceed. Yan. Rule number 2. If the innermost recurving ridge contains a single ending ridge rising as high or above the shoulder of the loop, the core is placed at the tip of the ridge engulfed by the shoulder of the innermost looping ridge. So, it's very clear na pag mayroong ridge ending or rod inside the innermost recurving ridge na kung saan it rise as high above the shoulder of that innermost recurving ridge, siya yung pipiliin natin as a core. Take a look on the illustration. Okay? Titingnan natin. Kung titingnan natin ito. Okay? Nandito yung delta. Of course, nandito yung type lines. Ito. So, kung titingnan natin, ito yung innermost. Ito yung innermost recurving ridge. Anong sabi? Kung si innermost recurving ridge daw contains a single ending ridge, mayroon daw nakapaloob na single ridge ito. Rising as high above the shoulder. Meaning, yung kanyang pag-rise is umabot hanggang sa shoulder ni innermost recurving ridge. If you look at this one, ito, this is the shoulder of the recurving ridge. Meaning, ang ibig sabihin na umaabot siya within or above the shoulder of the innermost recurving ridge. So, anong gagawin natin? This rod is considered as the core by placing at the tip of the ridge of that rod. Yun yung i-consider natin ngayon na core. Very clear yung rule, rising above or high or above the shoulder of a loop. Mako-consider lang natin yung rod sa loob if it rise above or high on the innermost recurving ridge. Take a look on the next example. Titingnan natin ha. Ito. Okay. Okay. This one. Okay. Kung titingnan natin, ito. Okay. Okay. Ito. Okay. This is our delta. Ito po yung delta. Bakit ito yung delta? Kasi this is a bifurcation. It cannot be considered as a type lines. Ito si type lines kasi hinapahanap ni type lines again is a diverging ridge. Kung titingnan mo, ito yung innermost recurving ridge. Ngayon, there is a rod inside the recurving ridge. Ito. Pero anong sabi ng rule? It must be rising as high or above the shoulder of a loop. In this case, titingnan mo, does this rod, single ending ridge or rod, rising above as high as the shoulder of the loop? Okay. Anong gagawin natin? We will now determine the shoulder of a loop. Kung titingnan natin, this is the shoulder of a loop. Okay? So, meaning, this ridge ending does not rise above or high on the shoulder of the loop. Hindi siya umaabot. Anong gagawin? It should not be considered as a core. So, anong i-consider natin as a core? Dito natin ilalagay si core on the shoulder of the innermost recurving ridge. Because it is very clear on the rule number 2 in determining a core, it must rise above or it must rise high or above the shoulder of the loop. Pag hindi umabot, look for the rod that rise above or the shoulder of the loop. And then kung wala, let's place a core at the shoulder of the innermost loop farther from the delta. Kaya nga natin dito inilagay kasi it is farther from the delta. Hindi dito because this is nearest from the delta. The rule says farther from the delta. Naintindihan? Okay. Let's proceed to the next rule. Rule number 3. If the innermost looping ridge contains an even number of ending ridges that rise as high as the shoulder of the recurving ridge, the core is placed at the tip of the one of the center ridge, which is farther from the delta. So, always look for a ito. Lagi nating titingnan na it is always farther from the delta. Okay? So, anong sabi ng rule number 3? Even. Even ridges. So, pag sinasabi nating even, it should be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pares. Yan. Okay. Kaya nga, kung titingnan mo, there are 2 ridge ending. Ito, dalawa. Ito yung innermost recurving ridge po. Ito. Kung titingnan natin. And then, mayroon siyang dalawang ito. At saka ito, dalawang ridge ending. Even. And then, ito yung delta natin. Okay. Anong sabi? Since this is the 2 innermost, and in fact, it rise above as high as the shoulder of the loop. So, magkaka-qualify ngayon siya as a core. So, among these 2, ito yung pinakagitna. Yung pipiliin natin is the one that is farther or farthest from the delta. Among these 2, yung malayo sa delta is on the left side. Kaya, we choose this one as a core. Ito. Kasi, it is farther from the delta. Hindi ito, kasi malapit ito sa delta. Naintindihan? Okay. Another example. Ito. Yan. Oops. Ito. There are 4. Even pa rin yan. So, kung titingnan natin ngayon, okay? Titingnan natin. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the delta. Okay? And this is the innermost recurving ridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat yan. Pero among the 4 ridge endings, which all qualifies kasi rising as high or above the shoulder yung apat. Among the 4 ridges, saan yung pinakagitna? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yung pinakagitna is si ito. Si 2 and then si 3. Okay? Kasi ito si 4. Yan. And then ito si 1. So these 2 and 3, follow sa yung arrow. These 2 and 3 is considered the innermost. Kasi pag sasabihin natin core, yung pinakagitna talaga. So, dalawa yung pinakagitna. Saan yung pipiliin natin? Again, let us choose the core that is farther or farthest from the delta. 2 and 3, kung titingnan mo, si 3, itong si ridge ending or si ending ridge number 3 is farther from the delta compared to ridge ending number 2. That is why we choose this one as the core because it is farthest from the delta or farther from the delta. Yan. Okay? Naintindihan? Okay. I will give another example. Ito. Okay? Yan. Kung titingnan natin, yung nasa loob, again, as I said, yung nasa loob is dalawang ridge ending. Ito. Ito yung innermost ridge. Ito yung delta. Okay? So, anong qualification? That the ending ridge or ridges must rise above as high as the shoulder. Kung titingnan natin, ito yung shoulder. It is only ridge ending marked as B is rising as high as above the shoulder. Itong si A na ending ridge, ito, hindi siya nag-rise above as high as the shoulder. Hindi umabot dito. Kaya, hindi siya magkwa-qualify as the core. So, saan yung pipiliin natin na core? It should be the ridge ending B. Kasi siya yung pinaka-innermost. However, in case lang ha, na umabot ito sa shoulder ng innermost recurving ridge, of course, pag umabot ito, ito yung pinaka-farther or farthest from the delta, we will consider that one as core. Just in case na umabot ito sa shoulder sa innermost recurving ridge. Naintindihan? Okay. Let's proceed to another rule. Rule number 4. Okay. Anong sabi ni rule number 4? Rule number 4 says, rather, if the innermost recurving ridge contains uneven, meaning odd numbers, number of ending ridges that rise as high as the shoulder, the core is placed at the tip of the center ridge, yung pinakagitna again. Uneven, as I said, odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. So, take a look with the illustration. So, kung titingnan mo, mayroon tayong tatlong ending ridges na nakapaloob sa innermost recurving ridge. Klaro yan. So, uneven or odd numbers yung ending ridges. Ito yung innermost recurving ridge. Ito. Kamuna ha. Erasin muna natin to. Okay? This is the innermost recurving ridge. Ito. Among those three, ito yung delta natin. Teka muna. Titingnan muna natin yung delta. Ito. Okay? Sa tatlo. 1, 2, and 3. Saan yung pinakagitna? Of course, itong ridge ending number 2. Nagwa-qualify ba siya? Rising as high or above the shoulder ba? Titingnan natin, yes. So, let us place the core to the most center part of the fingerprint pattern. The center of the uneven or odd numbers ending ridges. So, kaya nga, nilalagay natin si number sa ridge number, ending ridge number 2 si core kasi siya yung pinaka-gitna. Naintindihan? Okay. Another example. Ito. Okay. Yan. Ilan lahat yan? There are 5. So, uneven pa rin yung numbers of the ending ridge. Kung titingnan mo, nagwa-qualify ba yan? Is it rise as high above the shoulder? Of course, yes. Lahat yan, umaabot rise above the shoulder. So, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ano yung gitna? Ridge ending number 3. Siya yung pinaka-gitna. Ito yung delta natin. So, ilalagay natin sa the most center part yung ating core. Kasi core nga, the inner terminus, the most center focal point of the fingerprint. Kaya si ridge ending number 3, inside the innermost recurving ridge is chosen as the core at the tip of the ridge ending or ending ridge. Intindihan? Okay. Proceed tayo sa next rule in determining a core. Okay, rule number 5. If the innermost recurving ridge is composed at a right angle between its shoulder by an abutting ridge or yung tinatawag natin na appendage, the innermost loop is destroyed and the next uninvolved loop immediately outside of it shall be considered as the innermost loop and shall be used to determine the location of the core. Okay. Anong sabi? Pag si innermost loop daw, kung titingnan natin, ito yung innermost loop. Ito. Kung titingnan mo, ito yung pinaka inner na recurving ridge or loop. Ito. Okay. Recurving ridge is composed at the right angle between the shoulders by an abutting ridge or appendage. It is not only limited to appendage. Pero may dumaan dito. Kung titingnan mo, dinaanan yan. Yan. And in fact, the next loop, ito. The next loop, ito, dinaanan pa rin niya. Oh. So, with that, it is considered as destroyed daw. The next uninvolved loop, yung next na hindi na-involved na loop outside these destroyed loops or recurving ridge, iyon daw yung i-consider natin na innermost loop and shall be used to determine the location of the core. So, kung titingnan mo, ito yung next uninvolved loop. Walang abutting ridge, walang distraction. So, that is why ito yung pinili natin na the innermost recurving ridge. Two shoulders yan. On the left shoulder, ito. On the right shoulder, ito. Always look a rule again, ito yung delta, that the loop, that the core, rather, is farther or farthest from the delta. So, pipiliin natin itong farthest from the delta. Yan. Placing at the shoulder of the innermost recurving ridge. Bakit siya yung na-consider na innermost recurving ridge? Kasi itong pinaka-innermost at saka itong pangalawa is na-destroyed. Nagkakaroon ng yan, abutting or appendage. In fact, hindi ito atupin. Pero, nadi-destroy sila, dinadaanan sila sa gitna. That makes them destroyed. Kaya itong uninvolved, hindi na-destroy, ito yung nako-consider as the core. Farther from the delta, dito ilalagay. Naintindihan? Okay. Let's proceed to our next example. Ito. Rule number 6. If there are two distinct loops in the center of the pattern area, running side by side, as there is only one delta, kailangan iisa lang talaga ang delta. The recurving ridge are considered as the innermost recurving ridge, and the core is placed at the shoulder that is farther from the delta. Anong sabi? Two distinct loop or two distinct recurving ridge. Kung titingnan mo, ito, this is a loop or a recurving ridge. Dalawa sila. Ito. Yan. Ito. Dalawa ito. Anong sabi? Two distinct loop. Distinct ba? Of course, magkaiba yan kasi separated. Two distinct loop inside the innermost recurving ridge. Mayroon daw dalawa na separated na loop. Ngayon, yung pipiliin daw natin na core is yung ilalagay natin sa shoulder ng two distinct loop that is farther from the delta. Kung titingnan mo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Klaro? So, shoulder number 1, shoulder number 2, shoulder number 3, and shoulder number 4. Anong sabi? Farther from the delta. Ito yung pinaka farther from the delta. Tama? Pero bakit hindi natin inilalagay? Kasi the first thing to look is the most center. Among the four shoulder, ito, 2, 3, and 4, shoulder number 2 and shoulder number 3 is the innermost shoulders. So, among those innermost shoulder, which is far from the delta? Yan yung tanong. Shoulder number 2 and shoulder number 3. So, among these two, kasi silang yung pinaka-innermost, it is shoulder number 3 has yung pinakamalayo sa delta. Kaya, we place this one, ito, we place the core at the shoulder number 3. Hindi dito. Do ito, shoulder number 4 farthest from the delta or farther from the delta, pero hindi siya yung pinaka-innermost. Kasi core yung hinahanap natin. So yung titingnan talaga natin is yung pinaka-innermost ridge. Bago natin titingnan if it is farther from the delta. Am I clear on that? Okay. Let's proceed to our next rule. Rule number 7. So anong sabi ng rule number 7? In the event of two distinct loops in the center of the pattern intersect below or above the shoulder line, the two recurving ridges are treated as one daw. The core is placed of the one of the two innermost ridges, again, farther from the delta. Okay. This one. Okay. Ito. Anong sabi? Two distinct loop at the center path intersecting below. Okay. Ito. Does this two distinct loop intersects below? Dito? Okay. Below the shoulder line dito. Ito yung shoulder line. Yan. Yan. Yun yung shoulder line. Since nag-intersect sila below, yan. The two recurving ridge treated as one daw. It is treated as one. The core is placed one of the two innermost ridges farther from the delta. Kung titingnan mo, ito si shoulder ng loop at saka ito. This is our delta. Ito. So, among these two shoulders, saan yung farther or farthest from the delta? Ito. Okay? Kaya, we choose this one as a core. Hindi dito. Ito. Not this one. Hindi ito. Kasi, it is nearest from the delta. Yung hinahanap natin is farther from the delta. Ito yung pinaka-innermost, unang titingnan. Itong dalawa. Ito. Pero yung pinakamalayo sa delta is ito po. Kung titingnan mo, ito. Ayan. That is why it is considered as the core. If it intersects below, below the shoulder. Naintindihan? Okay. Let's proceed to our next example. Okay. Below yan. Yung isa ngayon, intersect above. Ito. Kanina, yung example natin is below. Klaro? Kanina, below, ito. Ito yung tinatawag natin na below. Yan. Yan. And this one is above. Nag-intersect ba sila above the shoulder line? So, klarong-klaro, ito yung line na ito is the shoulder of the innermost loop. Ito. Kung titingnan mo, nag-i-intersect yung dalawang distinct loop above the shoulder. So, i-consider natin yan as one. Ilang shoulder ito? Shoulder number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Among those shoulders, it is shoulder number 2 and shoulder number 3 is farther or farthest from the delta. 2 and 3 are innermost rather. Among these two, the shoulder number 2 and number 3, it is shoulder number 3 that is farther or farthest from the delta. That is why it is considered as a core. Kasi ito si shoulder number 2. Ito. Yan. Ito. Pero malapit siya sa delta. Ang sabi, innermost na malayo sa delta. Ito, innermost pero malapit. Ito, innermost, yung pinakagitna pero malayo sa delta. That is why it is considered as a core. Am I clear on that? Nagkaintindihan ba tayo? Okay. Let's proceed to our last example. Okay. Rule number 8. Anong sabi ni rule number 8? Whenever the two innermost loops, dalawa ito, two innermost distinct loop intersect in the shoulder line, the point of intersection is considered as a core. Kung nag-intersect daw yung two distinct loop within the shoulder line of the shoulder of the innermost recurving ridge, yung point where they intersect is considered as the core. Just like this one. Kung titingnan natin, ito po yung shoulder line. Yan. Ito yan. Klarong-klaro. Ito yung shoulder line. Ito. Does these two distinct loop intersect within the shoulder line? Yes. This point of intersection, ito, point of intersection is considered as the core. If it intersects within the shoulder line of the innermost recurving ridge. Kung sa baba, nag-intersect, again, that is rule number 6, yung farthest from the delta na shoulder, which is shoulder number 3. Kung sa above naman, sa shoulder line, still, you should have to look for the shoulder that is farther from the delta. In this case, ang kasong ito, itong kasong ito, nag-intersect sila, yan, within the shoulder line. This point of intersection, ito, is considered as the core. So, that is our topic for today. Core rules in determining the core of the fingerprint pattern. Thank you, and I hope that you learn a lot.